Hi, everybody. This is Annalisa with Journey to the Goddess, regenerating ancient feminine wisdom for modern women. Today, I'm with Daniela Riva. Hi, Daniela.
Hi, everybody.
So, a little bit about Daniela. Daniela Riva is a refined dancer of deep devotion, an expert of sacred dance of India, unique teacher of Indian dance, and master teacher of yoga, having dedicated most of her life to dance and 2 decades to the practice of the ancient arts of India. Daniela embodies in her classes and dance immersions the spiritual essence of the Devadasi, the priestess of India, to share the mysteries of the temple dances with all women. Following traditional yogic and Ayurvedic principles, she guides her students to open to the awareness and beauty of their body temple and discover the inner power of transformation encoded in this ancient sacred art. So today, in this segment, we're going to be talking about the goddess and her relationship to Indian temple dance.
What we call now Indian classical dance is a classical dance style that nowadays can be learned in academies and in schools, and it's famous worldwide. And there are different classical dance styles actually. And it's a beautiful art form, requires a lot of years of training, so it's a very deep and refined art. And at the same time, it brings a lot of aspect of devotion. So it's a sacred art. It's connected with the mythology of India, with the spirituality of India, with the stories of the god and the goddesses. And what I love about this classical dance form is that it brings a lot of the essence of its origin, because really brings us back to the sacred feminine, to why we are dancing, to the purpose of this dance. Indian dance was born in the temples of India as rituals, as a sacred moment to celebrate the deities and the divine. It's a powerful form to channel and express the sacredness. One of the main tools that we use in Indian dance are the mudras, the hand gestures. Mudra are hand gesture charged with symbolic meaning, and they are also energetically really powerful way to express, to communicate. And they are an ancient language that, as I said, they were born in the temples. They were really a vehicle to express something sacred, something
And communicate
the divine.
Right. So it seems in a way that they're kind of that mediating point between the divine and, the human body. It's like expressing the divine through the human body.
And the whole body, it's a vehicle. So not only the hand gesture, but then also the eyes and the neck movement and all the body, the legs, the feet. So really the body is considered a temple. It's really
so powerful.
This beautiful instrument to communicate the divine.
In this sense, like sacred Indian dance is not just an entertainment form.
Absolutely.
Like you said before, it's about communication and language and transmitting culture and cultural beliefs.
Exactly. So then the full experience is not just about learning a technique or learning a sequence of dance just to have fun or entertain yourself or entertain someone, but it's much deeper than that. It's a full experience of getting in touch with yourself, of bringing back an ancient language, of diving deep and getting to know another culture.
Right. And the ancient language of the feminine. I mean, that's what's so powerful.
It's really powerful because we are bringing alive really a lineage. So again, it's of course, I find it fundamental for me to go really through deep the classical training. I spent many years in India with Indian teachers and train really hardly. It's a hard training.
It's very hard.
It takes a lot of time, a lot of cultivation and patience and dedication. And at the same time, it was so rewarding because I was feeling I was connecting deeply to the language of some women that that they were really portraying some sacredness, some really deep meaning, and living their life in let's say in a different way, or
right, outside of what societal norms are.
absolutely.
Right.
Traditionally, it says that this was portrayed by women, by priestesses. They were called Devadas in South India. They were women dedicated to the life of the temple, and they were performing rituals. They were chanting and dancing and dedicated to studies and to music and to arts. And they were really women dedicated to transmit this art, and they were sharing this with the community. So they really had an important role for centuries. There was a time when there were 400 devadasi in Tamil Nadu in Tanjavur temple. So we can really imagine how big this in India was. It was something really important to connect with the sacredness, to perform ritual, to express this with mudra, with chants, with sound, with dance.
Our tradition in the West has so much been about male spiritual authority, right? In our religious tradition. So what we see, I think, through the lineage of Indian classical dance, the female classical dance, is that women can also be their own, spiritual authorities, like through their
Absolutely.
own embodiment and
Well,
dance and
they
community.
were exactly, and also they were models for women. So these priestesses, they were dedicated to art and to culture and to music and sound, and they could spend their life really embracing all those aspects. They are models. They say yes, it's possible, and it's very empowering, and it was actually a big part of the society. So it's very inspiring. The power of this dance, it came us in a different way, of course, because nowadays this dance has been teaching in academies. So now it's not only in the temple, but there are schools and there are teachers
And women all over the world are
and
learning.
women all over the world are learning this dance. So it's really more accessible, let's say. It's not only the temple, and we don't have that function, let's say, but still it resonates again with the goddess. It resonates with that power. So when we are doing the mudra, when we are learning the mantra and the steps and the pose, we are calling this power that was created in the temple, and that's why women find themselves like really more awakened and more connected, and they also find themselves resonating with this language that it's actually quite far from, let's say, our Western culture, but then seems so close suddenly when you dive deep in these mysteries, let's say.
So maybe it's opening up parts of themselves that have been closed down or that they're discovering.
Absolutely, and that's so amazing. It's like a world that it's opening up, like suddenly they remember something, and I can see women in tears, and then really expanding their heart and finding back their purpose and getting inspired to write a new book or to step into a new job.
So really accessing the creativity, the creation aspect.
Absolutely.
Of Shakti.
So in this way, the goddess is really present. It's so awake. It's so close to us, because really it just bring that life shift.
Oh, so powerful. This has been fantastic, Daniela. I always love speaking with you. If women want to work with you, they can do so online or in person.
Absolutely.
Can you let them know how to do that?
So you can find all the information on my website, danielariva.com.
And I'll leave a link in the text box.
Perfect. And on the website, you will find different options. So you can study with me in person privately. You can get a set of 5 classes, or you can follow my online courses on different goddesses or different mudras and courses on and circles, retreats, and everything.
Great. Thank you so much. So happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And everybody, if you liked this video, I invite you to like it, to subscribe to my channel, and also to comment. And if you're curious about other ways that you can support the channel, then I encourage you to go over onto my Patreon page. Thank you again, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Ciao!